Hello, welcome back. Another episode of the OHB Academy podcast, where we're here to help personal trainers, online coaches achieve that freedom, man. And make it online. So today we just got a quick fire topic. But firstly, myself, Michael,
Coach Drive in the building.
and this episode's an interesting one. So James Smith, if you don't know who James Smith is, popular fitness influencer, you say?
I would say.
Yeah, probably the fitness influencer who's, probably one of the biggest actual coaches, right? Who's like a knowledgeable coach, but he's also an influencer. So he's not really usually dancing around or just doing workouts. Probably made a name for himself with the very polarizing content, very straight up and whatever type of content. But anyway, James Smith, he's been a fitness influencer for a while. Now he started doing business coaching. All right. So look, we're not here to, diminish anything anyone's doing. We're just here to discuss it, talk about it, see what the benefits could be, what negatives could be. So what was your thoughts on it when you heard about it?
Yeah, man. So I think it's good, but there's always a reason. There's always an agenda. Like he didn't start doing it. So, but I think that he's probably seen something's made him do it. And I think that when you've got to his level, there's obviously going to be people reaching out to him all the time. Oh, James, how do you do this? How do you do that?
True.
He probably had that to such a degree that he got to the point where he was like, okay, I can monetize this. Yeah. I've got the knowledge and I've got the skills. And he does have the skills because he wouldn't be able to do what he did without the skills. But the thing that's interesting to me is how he's marketing it and the position he's taken, because he's not doing it in a typical way that we are probably used to, where it's like DMs or, like even no sales calls. Like he says the price straight up. Like I've been through his funnel just to see what's going on. I did some funnel hacking.
How much is
So it's 1,800 for 6 months or a bit less than that. But obviously it's a lot different because he's got so much credibility that it's like, I think it's actually, it might be 3,600, but 1,800 split pay.
Oh, okay.
So something like that.
Nice.
But obviously he's got all the credibility. He's got everything to make it pop. So yeah, it's interesting. That's the first thing I'll say. It's interesting. And now that I've spoken to someone that chose to go for the program, they've told me like the ins and outs. So we'll break some of that down. But it's interesting, man. I just think, okay, why now? Why has he decided to go for it now? Obviously his coaching program's doing very well. It's not a very expensive fitness program that he has. So it's like, you think, okay, what's the thought process behind it?
What's the play here?
Yeah.
It's interesting because you've got, in every industry, you're going to have normal coaches who are just credible, maybe based on their knowledge and what they've achieved. And then you're going to get coaches who have that sort of fame attached to them. And then, some people are just by default going to go for them just because they have that fame. But do you feel like people go for them because of their fame or because of what they think they've achieved? Like with James Smith, do you think, because he's not very vocal even about his numbers, where you got Alex Hormozy who's very like, I make this amount, I make that amount.
Yeah.
So do you think someone's really going for him because they like, all right, his accolades, what he's helped coaches do, whatever, or just literally because they're kind of fangirling or fanboying a little bit?
If I want to keep it 100, I think it's mainly because of his status.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's not, and obviously he's good at what he does. Like social media wise,
yeah.
He's the one of the best in the UK. He's got to be top 5, like just for what he does.
Yeah.
He's got 2 books, best-selling books. He's been on ITV. Like he's done big things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think, but the problem that I find is that like, not a problem, it's not my problem, but like, all right, let me take it to the conversation I had with someone that's in the program. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So they basically said to me, bro, like the way that is a lot different to what most mentors teach. Like no DMs, like no cold outreach, no sales calls. It's literally just build like a ton of value through your content and then build out an email list through lead magnets and then push people to don't sell high ticket, sell not low ticket, but sell like a mid ticket program. And you don't need to do sales calls. So I said to the guy, cool, that's great. Like there's actually nothing wrong with that. But the problem is, you're not James Smith.
Yeah.
I'm not James Smith, bro. I can't do his content. I can do my content. I can't do his content or even that style.
Yeah.
My personality is different. James Smith is very polarizing, but he's also very like, you can tell that that's his personality as well. Like he just like amplifies his personality by 10. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So it's like, not everyone can do that, bro. Like
No.
you got to be real. Like going viral is like lightning in a bottle sometimes. So I was saying to the guy, like, bro, like, I get what you're saying, and I agree with what you're saying, actually. You don't need to do high ticket or send DMs. I actually agree with that. The only thing is, you're not James Smith, bro. So he's built an audience to like millions. It's going to take you a very long time to do what he does, plus make money from it. We ain't got, I don't know about you, but if I'm a PT and I want to make bread, I can't do that. So I said to the guy, do half and half. Do that. Focus on building an email list, lead magnets, but you still got to like do some outreach and some sales calls to get some high ticket sales and get the monthly recurring revenue up. So I think like I think when you're at that stage, teaching what he teaches, it's almost like it's like football, yeah. The best footballers don't always make the best managers. So
here's a real example.
Thierry Henry isn't a great manager.
Lampard,
not a great manager. Steven Gerrard. Or if you want to take it back, Glenn Hoddle, yeah? Glenn Hoddle, one of the most talented British players ever.
Yeah.
But he wasn't a great manager.
Yeah.
And there was a documentary and they spoke about how like sometimes Glenn Hoddle will go into training and he'll be better than the players, even at 40 years old, 50 years old. And he would get frustrated with people because they couldn't do it how he did it. So imagine James Smith is basically Thierry Henry for coaching. Not everyone can do what he does.
No, exactly.
So that's kind of my take on it overall, basically. But I think it's good though. I think like it's good, but there's an agenda in it.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think the big thing for us is that if you remember why we started it, it's because we had a hard time coming up, navigating through the mentorships. So we're like, listen, bro, we've spent thousands of pounds individually and together working out who's right, what's right and what not. So I'm okay with just saying, you know what, like, just be careful when you're seeing all these flashy things, you know what I mean? Like all these golden nuggets and everything, because the truth of the matter is, right, he's just started this. Do you know what I mean? Like he hasn't been helping coaches for years and, you know, he's been doing really a good thing, which is he's been focusing on his niche, which is like people who, you know, need to lose weight or, you know, don't understand it, or your everyday person that just needs to lose weight. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it started at a small niche. Now it's super broad. It could be anybody, right? So that's what I would say first and foremost. And then, yeah, just in terms of like, when you're spending, we did an episode on picking the right business mentor, right? You got to understand this. Either you're going to spend little, like let's say £50 to £200 a month. I mean, look at what you have. Well, they have to look at what they have available to spend. If you've got £50 to £200 a month, right, then you're better off, you know, joining some kind of group community where you can get a lot of value. Like we have our elite coaching community that we've just launched, £47 per month, live webinars, a bunch of courses, like questions answered, super value. When you start dialing into like the £1,000, couple thousand, you know, investing 3,600 allegedly or whatever it costs, right? Then you want to see if you can get like up close and personal to somebody to at least, you know what I mean? You don't want it like, you know, because what happens is because of a name, because you're thinking of someone's got this great influencer, you're doing it backwards. So you're paying, you know, what you should be paying to get some kind of one-to-one aspect, but you're paying for like a group thing. Because let's be real, like, are you not seeing James Smith? Are they having one-to-one access to James Smith?
I don't know, you know.
Yeah, we don't know.
I don't think they're getting on calls with him.
We don't know, but they need to ask themselves that, right? So, you know, it ain't got to be us, but if like I think everybody, you know, money is relative to different people. So if you're at a place where £2,000, £3,000 is good money to you, then you need to invest that well, you know what I mean? And if you can get one-to-one access, when you're coming up, that's what you need, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I think the worst thing you can do is just pay all that money and get slapped into a group program, I think we've spoken about that a lot, but it's still happening to people.
Yeah.
It's still happening to people, so
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then imagine getting taught. So we don't know, obviously this is what the guy's saying, allegedly, But imagine just getting taught the email marketing. And it sounds great because what happens, human beings, we like things simplified.
Right, yeah.
Right? We
yeah.
got decision fatigue a lot of times. So if you tell us, all you got to do is this, you don't have to do that, you don't have to do that, you know. So we love that. However, in reality, what you're getting is you're getting like 10% of what you need.
The overall pie, yeah.
Because you want to know how to be flexible. You want to know that, all right, if this email marketing thing is taking slow to jump off, then I know how to do, warm DMs. I know how to do paid advertising. I know how to do LinkedIn marketing. You understand? So you can switch over rather than you do 6 months of that. It doesn't work for you because everybody is different. Do you know what I mean? Like I like to write, so I could actually do email marketing. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I like long form content. I could do it. I might not be the best at making like reels, quick reels and blowing up in that direction. So if I go to someone that's telling me the whole reel direction, but then I realize it's not good, but they've also taught me this other thing, I can go and, try the long form, try the email and then make it with that. Do you know what I mean? So you need to be getting taught everything, not like a fraction.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree. And I think that my prediction, yeah, because I always think, I get on calls, yeah, and I would say this month alone, yeah, I've got on calls with people that have joined various programs, and I genuinely think that there's going to get to a point where there's going to be a bunch of people from that program that are looking for their second mentor.
Yeah.
And we're going to be hearing different downfalls on that program. And obviously, like, every program has its flaws, but I think this one has a degree of difficulty to it just because of the way that it works in terms of, obviously I don't know the ins and outs, so we're just speculating here, but like just in terms of, okay, we're focusing on creating good lead magnets, then creating content, and then trying to make sales through the DMs. Like, most people can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, let's think about the skill of copywriting.
The time as well that it takes. It actually takes more time to do that, write good emails and convert someone through that versus like actually having a conversation.
Yeah.
Sometimes booking in a straight call and then also making a really good VSL as well.
Yeah.
That is converting.
Like, not everyone can do that. And we're talking about personal trainers here, where the skill gap is so big. Like, there's some people that literally just can't do anything. It's like they're not
they're not tech, like,
and then there's some people that are really good. So it's like, because like we've spoken about before, the skill gap, that some people are really good with the techie stuff, some people are terrible. Like, the people that are terrible, that are got like
concentration.
What's it called? Shiny object syndrome, and they hopped onto the program, they're gonna struggle. Like, with that specifically, because they're not gonna know what to do it. They got to pick a CRM system, Active Campaign or MailerLite or MailChimp. Mate, they're struggling. No matter how good your course is, bro. They're struggling. So
do the right thing. Well, let's round up with that. The quick blast episode. Do the right thing. Do not get sucked in by someone just being famous or whatever. It's like me saying, all right, I want to get into modeling, and then Kim Kardashian's putting out some sort of program, and then I go to her. Like, there might be someone down the street, there might be somebody in the local area, there might be a local person that is, also very knowledgeable, that can give me more access, and that's called getting the most out of your money. Do you know what I mean? Which, when you're on the come up, you got to do that. So anyway, that's it for us. Also, we wish the best to everybody. But we out, all right? Make sure you follow both of us on Instagram. Our elite coaching community is now live. Amazing community. You get a 7-day free trial as well. Like, you can come and see exactly what it's like. There's a bunch of free courses in it. Like, you could start making, thousands of pounds just from that, literally for £47 a month if you do decide to go on, man. Anything you want to round up, Oro?
No, that's it, man. That's it. Just make the right decision. Think about what's best for your needs as a business owner, a fitness business owner, and go from there. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, the OHB podcast. Peace.
Boom.